Ever hear about the chicken that survived without a head for 18 months? Or the man who could play piano even though he had no hands? What about the doctor who lived to 140 but drank a glass of whiskey every day since age 25? These are just a sampling of the hundreds of thousands of hard-to-believe anecdotes that became famous thanks to Robert Ripley.
Finally making a complete circuit of the Earth in less than half an hour, believe it or not.
Robert Ripley was a journalist who did cartoons, or maybe a cartoonist who did journalism. Either way, he's in a category all his own. Ripley traveled the globe searching for material to satisfy his insatiable curiosity. He uncovered all sorts of odd and astonishing facts that were eagerly devoured by his millions of avid readers. Today, his legacy is kept alive by the numerous Believe It or Not museums that he inspired. Now on Z-Man Streaming, join us as we take a weird and wild journey of discovery to see how Robert Ripley became the undisputed king of strange facts. Believe it or not, an ostrich egg is so strong that it can support a 280-pound person without cracking. A smoker named Smokey exhaled the smoke from his cigarettes through a hole in his back. A Chinese farmer named Wang had a 13-inch horn on his head. Frank Foss of St. Petersburg, Florida, played banjos made from frying pans at the age of 92. Some of these fantastic facts may not be true, but some doubtless are. Regardless, the only reason we are aware of them is because of Robert Ripley, the man who popularized the phrase, "Believe it or not." Ripley was a strange and most fascinating figure. Already a legend in his lifetime, his unquenchable curiosity drove him to the most remote corners of the planet. He was obsessed with uncovering ever more interesting facts, unusual people, odd creatures, mysterious objects, and seemingly unexplainable stories. Ripley visited 200 countries over his life. On one expedition alone, he visited 2 continents and covered 25,000 miles. Of those, approximately 15,000 miles were done by plane, 8,000 miles by ship, and another 1,000 miles on camel, donkey, or horseback. When Robert Ripley died on May 27, 1949, he was at the height of his fame. He owned expensive houses, cars, and an island, as well as countless oddball objects, mementos, and souvenirs acquired over the years from his unusual line of work. Take, for example, the bullet he owned that a Confederate soldier had coughed up 49 years after being shot in the chest.